my voice isn't quite there yet, but I'm getting better, so I'm sorry no videos this week, but I thought I'm feeling strong, so I'm going to do a pens and use, and I will spare you all the gory details, but last week when I said during my pens and use video that this is going to be the week from hell, I had no idea how true that would be, and let me just say, I never get sick. I never call in sick. I'm just never sick, and holy cow. And this week was not the week to be sick because it's finals week and I've got to do last minute stuff with my kids. So there were a couple days in there where I was teaching from my desk saying, oh, let this end. Come on. So I'm here. I'm feeling a lot better. My voice isn't quite there, but we'll deal with it. So these are the pens that have been in use. I have a Pilot Custom 743 with a falcon nib, a Waterman Hemisphere, a Penol Ambassador. I forget what this is. Pelikan. I've got to look. I apologize. Pelikan MK10. Montblanc. Sorry, Jean from Quebec. I just can't do it. But I've got to ask my French foreign exchange student what he thinks of the Quebec version of French. But anyway, Montblanc 32. A Columbus 65, Lamy 2000, Nemosine Singularity, Pelikan 800, not M800, 800 NN, no, sorry, 400 NN, a Stypen, which kind of interesting, a Noodler's Neponset, and a Platinum 3776. Right, so let's start with the Stypen because it's fairly unique. Yes, my students have been listening to this all week. So the Stypen seems to be missing its nib. It's because the nib is retractable. It actually fits about like that, so it has to retract in order to fit within the cap. To do anything to it, you have to unscrew here. And it has a cartridge. I've not tried a converter in it yet. I'll get to that eventually, I suppose. So this will give us something to focus on. This is May, oh boy, May 19th, 2017. So let's get a little closer now that I have something for it to focus on. This pen was sort of an impulse buy. I don't know what size nib it has. I don't see anything written on it. And it's just the black ink that came with it. It's one of those pens, kind of like a... And actually, I take that back. Posting it really doesn't add much length. It's okay. It actually writes pretty decently, although apparently if you let it sit for a few days, it dries out. An impulse buy, a cheap impulse buy. Know nothing about the brand. I need to use it for a while to make a decision. All right, this next one you've seen before. I've done a review, Pilot Custom 743. And I have the lovely falcon nib on it. And I will zoom in here, just for this pen only, just to show you a little bit of falconing. The ink in it is Sailor. I'll try and do this one a little more slowly. Sailor Granada Ink, which is a very attractive red. It actually reminds me a lot of Noodler's Black Swan and English Rose, but a slightly different character to it, and actually a little bit of sheen. Not on this paper, but there is some kind of a greenish sheen to it. This is a Waterman Hemisphere, my Bay State blue pen. No flex to show you here. All right. My next pen is I showed it to you last week, but I didn't have it inked up, and I wasn't going to ink it this week, but I couldn't resist the temptation. So even though I needed another pen inked, like I needed a hole in my head, this is the Penol Ambassador. I have no idea what nib size is in it, but I do know that the ink in it is my beloved Sailor Epinard, which has been brought back. So I bought myself a spare bottle along with the other gentle inks that were previously discontinued. I may yet build up a small stash of Epinard, but I also don't believe in hoarding, so I'm kind of two minds about that. All right, here is a lovely pen. This is that look I like with fountain pens. Well, so was the Penol, but this even more so. And I wish you could see the beautiful, well, you can sort of make it out, the beautiful blue ink window here. This is a wonderful, wonderful pen. This is the look I like. It's a Pelikan. And you were writing just a few minutes ago, so what happened? I have no idea. Maybe it got jostled in the bag or something. I have no idea. Pelikan, I can't get this name in my head yet. MK10. This is Iroshizuku. Konpeki. I've actually been doing a lot of writing with this pen lately. So that right there really surprised me that it wasn't writing. But I love this look. These slim black pens, or gray, or just basically these plain pens somehow appeal to me. This is a pen from the 70s, but you can probably tell that just looking at it. I have here one of my really beloved pens. This is a Columbus 65. If it weren't for the interference of this whole getting sick thing, that would have been my next review, but look for this down the road in a week or two. Actually, I have got something to say about that right at the end of the video. Now it's just called BSIAR. This is Black Swan, in Australian Rose, one of my favorite inks. All right, another slim black pen, the sort that I like. My viewer from Quebec will enjoy this. Montblanc. He tells me not to pronounce the T or the C. I should take advantage of having this French foreign exchange student, find out if my viewer from Quebec is full of it. He could be telling me all wrong about how to pronounce French. This is the review I was going to film this week until I totally lost my voice. I mean, you can hear my trouble with it. You would not have wanted to listen to me earlier this week. This is my Nemosine Singularity. I will be recording this video on Sunday when my voice is fully recovered. I will also record a note-taking video that day. I was feeling pretty awful by Sunday, and it just got worse, so nothing happened this week. My students were lucky anything happened for them. So this is Sailor Apricot, kind of a nice highlighter color. Very bright orange. I like it. And I love the smell of Sailor ink. I wish I could share that with you. My Lamy 2000, which has taken a bit of a hiatus just because of the Pelikan. So this is a Lamy, which has been sitting all week, incidentally. 2000 with a fine point nib, and it is filled with Lamy Black, which is front of the line right now among my black competition. This one has actually been sitting on my little table like this one here, only it's beside my couch, and I hasn't used it all week because I really haven't done much writing at home. I've mostly come home from work, taken a nap till 6, tried to eat a little food, take another nap until it's time to get up and go to work again because I've got semester tests to review for, and all I've wanted to do was cough and sleep. But we'll see if this guy writes, because this is worth pointing out. This pen does not have that mechanism in the cap to keep it from drying out the way the 3776 Century does. So this will be interesting. Ooh, pleasantly surprised. Especially since it's celluloid. And of course the ink in this is KWZ Grapefruit, which I honestly would not have remembered except for the smell of this ink, because I can smell again today. The smell of the ink reminded me, because those KWZ inks kind of have a sweet smell to them. Alright, almost done here. Now I'm not going to shake this up. Oh, I may have just shaken it up though. Idiot. Last week, I was going to show you how this ink settles. And yeah, you can sort of see it, but not as well as I hoped, because I made the mistake of turning the barrel instead of turning the cap. That I don't like about this ink is the way it settles, and then you have to shake up the pen, but then you end up with more of the glitter at the beginning of the writing than later, and I'm not a fan of sparkling inks. But whatever, it's a Noodler's Neponset. It's one that I won in a contest. You cannot buy this finish. I won't say you're missing out on much unless you like this kind of acrylic, but anyway, the ink I have in it is J. Herbin. Yes, I said that for you, person in Quebec. So, yeah, he didn't like the way I pronounced it. He said pretty much, yeah, I don't even know what to do with it. So I said J. Herbin, which I kind of stole from Stephen Brown, and Stephen Brown lives in Europe, so I didn't know where to go with it. So it's 1670 Rouge Hematite. Except apparently I have to pronounce hematite sort of like an impolite word for a part of a female anatomy. So we'll see. And finally, this is what's been my daily writer all week and part of last week. I'm actually really liking this pen a lot. I don't know if it's quite displaced the Aurora 88, but the benefit this one has over the Aurora 88 is this one doesn't need any work. The Aurora 88 has a small leak problem that needs to be fixed. This doesn't. This is a Pelikan. And the nib, I think it's a fine. And the ink is Pelikan. Another contender. I just really like it. I have tried a couple other inks. I'm really close to doing my video on which black ink I like the best. Haven't quite picked one yet. I'm having a hard time figuring out the front runner. You know, I like this Pelikan black. I like the Lamy black. I like the bottle on the Lamy better. I like the color on the Pelikan better. I also really like the color on the Aurora black, but it doesn't behave in every pen. So I'm wondering if I'm going to end up buying several different bottles. And then I also have, which I've already purchased, a bottle of the Platinum Carbon Black, which is a kind of a nano ink. It's a little different than these. It's not dye-based. It's actually little suspended particles. And I bought that to be a permanent black, which I really liked. So, yeah, I'm not sure where I'm at, but I will be doing a video soon about my blacks, and I'll probably do writing samples with my top contenders. And I still have a little bit of the Noodler's black left, so I'll probably talk about that one a little bit. So that's upcoming. This week I'll be doing the Nemosine Singularity. Next week I'll do the Columbus 65, and who knows where I'll head after that. The Montblanc is inked up, so I may do that one. But here's the good news. And we'll try this. 1.5 days of school left. Monday and then Tuesday I have half a day of teaching and half a day of in-service. So I'm counting that as 1.5 days because the last day of school, the in-service isn't going to be too much. And other than finishing up yearbook, which I am the advisor for, I am free. I also have a classroom to clean, and normally I would have gotten it done this week, but as sick as I was, that didn't happen. So I'll probably spend a little time this weekend. I'm also going way behind on my garden, but look forward to some gardening videos coming up soon. Right now, I've gotten one bed dug, and then I had to delay a little bit because of rain, and then I got sick, and that was the end. So hopefully tomorrow my strength is back because I desperately need to mow my lawn. And anyway, that's what's up with my life. Hopefully by the time Sunday rolls around, I record some more videos. My voice is totally back. I guess last couple videos I've done a magnified view, but I think you've seen a magnified view of all these inks, so there's nothing really exciting there, so I'll just hold off on that. Plus, my voice is going. So I hope all is well with you. I thank you for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.